Hi, I'm Sandra Hawkins and I want to introduce you to the switch statement in Java. So firstly, I've typed up an advanced if-else statement, and the reason that I've done that is the switch statement is an alternative to writing an if-else. So the reason that you would use a switch instead is it might make your code look neater. So it's a personal preference. So the switch statement that I have here, I have set up a variable called month and I've given it the value of 3, and then my if-else statement, if the month is 2 or 3 or 4, then it will print out it's spring. If the month is 5, 6 or 7, it will print out summer, and so on. And also at the end of the if-else, a final hanging else statement, and you should do that. So if none of the other conditions matched above, it would print out an invalid month was entered. So now to take a look at the switch. So switch and round brackets and a set of curly brackets. So inside the round brackets is the expression that you are evaluating, and in this case is going to be month. So I'm looking at what value does month have. Now inside the switch, we do case 1 colon. Now I'm going to write this kind of a long way first and then tidy it up a little bit. It is spring. And then the next one will have case 2, and I have made a mistake here, so I'm just going to tidy that up. So that will be case 2, case 3, and case 4. Now I'm just going to copy this. So what I'm doing at the minute isn't too efficient, but I just want to show you how the switch statement works. Case 4, and put that in as well. And let me do a few more here. Case 5, and that would be it is summer. And let me copy and paste this twice more. So we have case 6, and I'm going to leave that there for a second, the mistake that I've made. Now, so firstly here, looking at the month. So that expression, it must be a byte, an int, a char, a short, an enum, or a string. So a byte, an int, a char, or a short. So they're all the whole number types that can be an int. An enum, which I'll look at in a later demo, or a string. So now I have case 2, 3, 4, 5, and now it's given out about this case 5 here. So you can't have two the same. So I already have a 5. I'm going to get rid of this and turn that into a 7. So now, I'm not sure why I was given out about that case 2 there, because I didn't have 2 of those. Now, I'm going to execute that at the minute. Now, I've printed out, I've ran this already, and that's from the output from the top. If the month is 3, is the month 2, 3, or 4? Yes. So we get that print out there. I'm also printing out a line of asterisks there just to show the between the two, and I'm going to run that. Now, so what has happened here? The month is 3. So the first printout comes from there, and then our asterisks, and then I've got too many printouts at the bottom. So currently the switch that I have, my month is 3. It'll go, is the month 2? No. Is the month 3? Yes. And it prints out it is spring. Now, there is a break statement that may or may not be needed, and if you don't put the break statement in, it will match until it comes to a break statement or the end of the switch. So I've no break statements in here, so it will just keep matching and printing out any printouts that I have. So a fix for this is break. And again, I'm just going to put in the rest of these. I'm going to copy and paste just to speed up a little bit here. So now, and even I can put a break there on the last one as well. I'm going to run that again. So now here, case 3 matches at the minute. It prints out it is spring, and now there's a break which forces it to go to the end of a case. Now I'm going to tidy this up as well. So the advantage, I have no break on case 2. I'm going to take that out. The advantage here of the break in a switch statement is I can take these out. So I'm just going to tidy up this one here as well. and take that out. So now currently I have switch on month, so the current value of month at the top there is 3. Is the case, is it 2 or 3 or a 4? So it matches at case 3. So I have a match here at case 3. It will keep executing until a break is reached. So I don't have a break anything here. It'll go on to case 4. It will print out its spring. Now there's a break, so it'll then go to the end of the switch. So the way that I've written that, it will match if the case is 2, 3 or 4. It'll print out its spring and then go to the break. So I just finish this off here. So case we have 5, 6 and 7. I need 8. I need 9 and I need 10. And colon after each one of those. Print out. In that case it is winter. And let me do the others then. Now spot any mistakes I might be making. Case 11, case 12, and finally case 1. And I am making mistakes here. So that should be autumn. And my printout down here, it is winter. Now I'm going to just assign here month. Let's make month, let's go with 9. So month now has the value of 9 coming in here. So for my if else, I will get the printout of spring. And what will happen now when I print it, run the switch statement underneath. If you can see underneath, I get an autumn and a winter. So month is 9. So going down along, not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, not 5, it's not 6, it's not 7. It's not 8, it is 9, so we get a match here. So it'll keep executing until it reaches a break or the end of the switch. Keep executing each line, so that's where we get the printout of autumn. Keep executing until it reaches the end of the switch or encounters a break. So that's why we have the autumn and the winter. So make sure when if you're happy with what you have, put in a break there. 11, 12 and 1, I need a break there. You don't actually need a break at the very end because it'll automatically go down underneath. But one other thing in here. What if the month is 13 by accident and I execute this? Nothing is printed out from underneath. So like the final else that I have in my if else above, there is that option in the switch statement and it's called a default statement. So put in default, colon. So the default is if there are no matches from above, the default will execute. So print out invalid value for month. And execute that again. We have our invalid value for month there because month is on 13. So that is our switch statement. So I just close the console, just close these for a second just so we can see the two there together. So as I said, a switch statement is an alternative to an if else. So now you can see the two together. You can decide which you think is clearer and easier to read. So switch statement, it evaluates a value that must be a byte, an int, a char, a short, an enum or a string. The case statements, the value or the literal that's typed in there must be the same type as what you're evaluating in the switch. So month is an int, therefore my cases must match there to an int, so 2, 3 and 4. I could use a variable instead of one of these literal values that I have here, but the rule is that variable is declared, it must be declared as a constant in Java. So that's a static final or a final variable. And the default can appear anywhere in the switch statement. I could put it first, but logically I think it looks better at the end, and just usually people would pop the default at the end. So that is our switch statement in Java.